I can see you. I do see you. Yeah. You cannot escape. Hey guys. Hello Marcel. Guys from Canada and Romania. And United States. I'm not sure in Romania. Guys, what you're about to see is the birth of the new communism inside the European Parliament. Yes. Somehow funded with some money by the European Parliament is the new birth of communism. No, I'm not joking at all. It's very, very serious, this topic. They are preparing to build, I mean, it's already built, the non-dictatorial communism, the free speech communism, the internautic communism, the computerized communism, artificial intelligence communism. Yeah, wealthy communism, considering that in the communist countries there was that impression that people are poor. Today, I'm not sure it's available for China, this opinion. So, you're about to see some extracts from a reunion held in the European Parliament, and there is a movement called Beyond Growth, and they say they will redistribute the wealth, and they say they will reduce the number of work hours on a week, and they say they will offer to the people a human life. Why is this possible today in the European Parliament? I tell you why. This is possible because people forget the history. So, who is this guy? Who is this guy telling you that they are preparing the new communism? This guy is a guy from Romania who was 23 when that dictator Ceausescu, and then the so-called democracy came in Romania. And now we are an American colony. So what is this guy, what is this guy telling you, the guys from America and Canada? Hear what I'm telling you. In 1917, let's say, there were some guy called Bolsheviks, and they killed the Romanov family Tsar, and they promised to the people that the wealth will be distributed and they will be happy. And that was the beginning of Bolshevism and communism. And it didn't work at all. It was really bad for the communist bloc. And on the other hand, what the guys fighting communism promised to the world: we promise you capitalism. In capitalism, you're free to compete. You're free to do your best for doing your living. And it didn't work. It didn't work. I mean, look at how many homeless are in the United States. Yeah. I mean, they are real. They are not an opinion coming from a guy from an Eastern European country. And there is a huge injustice in the capitalist countries, democratic capitalist countries, in terms of wealth and... So, who's behind all of these plans? I mean, those guys who crucified our Lord Jesus Christ. You know who they are. They bought everything. They bought countries. They bought everything. They bought continents. And today, people forgot how the communism started. And they are building the new communism in the European Parliament, supervised by Ursula von der Leyen. If you look at the shootings inside this movement reunion beyond growth. You might say, Romeo, you're not pleased with anything. I mean, capitalism is not good for you. Communism obviously is not good for you because you've been there and you tasted it. So, what's wrong with you, my friend Romeo from Romania? What is wrong with me? Hey. Wash your face with some cold water. I mean, wake up. I'm an average guy from the planet. I'm not behind all these plans of building communism in 1917 or capitalism or ripping off people of their money. I'm not doing mortgages. I don't have a bank. I don't do anything. But I have the freedom to be unpleased by the capitalism and the communism in the same time equally. Yeah, because if those guys from the European Parliament suggesting the birth of the new communism, if they succeed, that's because the capitalism is a failure, is in bankruptcy. So they take advantage of the capitalist position today. So they are taking advantage of the position of the capitalists today in order to build something they say is the opposite. I mean, obviously, it smells strongly of communism. Oh my. The problem is that it might be a communist perfume, but it is really worse than that. It is worse than that. I mean, they are preparing a general brainwashing for the mankind. I mean, they are doing something, not expecting opposition from the population. And they will manage to attract the most part of the world's population with money, bribing population with a peaceful standard of living. And they will demonize, they will point the finger to the others opposing to this. That is the problem. That is the huge danger. Because they have this meeting in the European Parliament, but I'm expecting the echo to be in the United States. The United States is fully prepared to embrace, to hug this beyond growth movement. I mean, the new communism, as I said, but it's worse than communism. In communism was real simple. I mean, you knew that there was a dictator, you hated him, and you expected somehow to come a day, well, when he will be wiped out. Ceausescu was killed, assassinated, gun machined, and other guys and things like this. That is communism. Communism is dictatorship, and you know that you fight against something and you have some satisfactions. But these guys, they are preparing to build something you don't have anything to fight with, because it's inexistent. It doesn't exist. It's a ghost. Yeah. Why am I worried? I'm worried because it's real and it happens, and it will be realized That is why I'm worried, because it's not just a story. It will work. The rest will present you Marcel. He will find the shootings in the European Parliament. He will put it together and add my opinion. All the best, guys. Romeo from Romania.
Europa zit vol met koloniale macht.
Hey guys, this is Marcel. Okay, so we're looking at Anuna de Weaver van der Heijden, and she was at the degrowth community, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to take a look at this, which Romeo is talking about, the Beyond Growth Conference in the European Parliament. So let's start off with her story here. Okay, here we go.
Infinite growth on finite resources is not only a myth, but it's extractivist and ruthlessly oppressive by design. So when talking about growth and defending growth, there is a very important first question that we need to ask ourselves. Who are we growing this economy for? And what stories do we use to justify it? We have to acknowledge what lays below our growth. White supremacy.
What the fuck? Holy smokes, guys. Let's continue.
Colonialism and imperialism.
Imperialism.
White supremacy justifies a global system of exploitation and extractivism.
Pulling up the racism card. That's all these Democrats, these extreme leftists do. It's an ender of the conversation. You're a racist. Conversation over. We can't have any discussions because you're a racist. You're a white supremacist. This woman is an extremist.
Colonialism lays at the foundations of the European economy, institutions, corporate value chains, trade deals, investment agreements, and geopolitical structures of wealth accumulation.
You mean your friends, your oligarchy friends and political associates that are trying to ruin Europe and also in the USA and also in Canada with their authoritative measures? The dictators? Your non-dictator of Ukraine, Zelensky, who just said, no, we're not having elections, even though it's an election year. No elections. We're out here protecting democracy. We're protecting the people. You can't leave your home, though.
Which means that there is no degrowth without decolonization.
Woo! Look at all the European bitches.
We need to take these conversations outside of these rooms and make sure that for all of the hundreds of fossil fuel lobbyists demanding growth, there are thousands of us demanding degrowth.
Well, wasn't it just last winter Germany didn't have any power for people to heat their homes and people were afraid and they're going out and buying wood stoves because they need to heat their homes, and then you made wood stoves illegal? Or is this the same problem that you're talking about? How all the coal power plants were shut down, but then there's no power to charge everybody's few electric cars, so we had to start up all the power plants again? Is this what you're talking about? Your sweet plan that goes nowhere but around in a circle and does nothing?
We need to redistribute wealth, cancel climate debt, implement a universal basic income.
What? A universal basic income? Communism is here, guys. Woo!
Massively invest in loss and damage funds.
What the hell does that mean? Loss and damage funds? You mean another tax? Like another carbon tax? But of course, where's that money go? Well, just in Trudeau's spending pocket.
Degrow the economy in high-income countries. Increase universal public service.
More people working for the government? More government section workers who want raises that are keeping up with inflation while the rest of everybody who makes the money and pays the taxes, they make less and everything costs more? You know, I have a perfect example to summarize how smart these systems are to help the environment, guys. And this is a real practical one that everyone can apply to. So a few days ago, I was taking bags of recyclables, recyclable bottles, beer cans, juices, you get your 10 cents a container for them, right? So I'm doing all the heavy work. I'm not just going to throw these in the garbage. I'm going to actually collect them over a few months and take these 10, 12 bags to the recycling depot where they have a bag drop off. You can just drop off the bags. You put a sticker on it with your information that they print out. And then there's a sign that says 6 bags maximum, which I ignore. And so I grab 5 bags and I carry them over, and then there's a guy watching me and he says, "Oh, you only got 1 more bag." And I ignore him because I'm like, I'm not listening to this. The common sense is lost. I come back and he's like, "You only get to do 1 more bag." And I'm like, "Excuse me? I got bag. I came here to do recycling. I'm here to help the environment. This is what the point is." And he's like, "No, 6 bags maximum." So you're saying you want me to go and burn more diesel fuel to go home and come back here again, which I drove all the way across town and used a whole bunch of diesel to get here. My money, your diesel, environmental impact. The bottle depot is to save the environment and capacity of recycling these metals. And you saying that I have to do this again? Or you're suggesting I go to a different bottle depot and spread it out around Kelowna? Because you can't do your job and keep up with the amount of recycling and manage the company to deal with, because their excuse is, we can't handle too much. Well, how does it make a difference if I go spread it out? It's the same amount of bottles going into the same amount of town. Maybe you should rethink your business strategy to handle more. So the common sense is lost. 6 bags maximum and make me waste more fuel. So there's no environmental savings whatsoever. And this, my friends, this is saving the environment, left extreme ideas.
Reduce working time, dematerialize, and reprioritize what it means to live a human life.
You should reprioritize how to do a damn recycling program. Stand up, bitches. Okay, anyways, guys, thanks for watching Romeo and Marcel. Cheers.